guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be creating a mani for Heather's Nail World. She is somebody that I follow on Instagram and YouTube. I'll link her YouTube channel here for you. It is her birthday on March 25th, so she requested a mani collab by some of her friends on Instagram, and I'm participating in it. She had some requirements. Those requirements were either coral, glow, or teal, or a combination of those. So I chose Diva Dip 77 from the February Diva box at Triple D Dips. I thought that was a nice corally color, like a dark coral. The coral color family is quite large because I did look it up to see if I could use this color, and in fact, this shade was in the coral family, so I'll be doing that. And then for the glow, I'm using Gummy Worm from Hematite Dip Co. And this is a glow, so I'm fulfilling the coral and the glow for this mani. And I'm going to be doing something fun in the end as well for this mani. And I'm also going to be doing something new during this mani as well. I recently got these gel dips, or these gel liquids from Vivid Glam Co. So I got base gel, top gel, and I also got a matte gel, which I'm not using today, but I haven't used these yet. So this is going to be kind of like a review on their gels. And I'm going to be doing the gel method for dipping, which is new to me. So I always do my encapsulation and my top coats in gel, as you know. But for the purpose of this video, instead of using dip liquids, I'm going to be using gel liquids. So that's one thing. And then I also have Vivid Glam Co.'s Activator, or Activate, which is their activator. So I'll be using this as well after I file and buff. All right, so let's get started. Because you want to make sure that you don't dip your finger into a jar when you're using gel, you want to pour over. So I have my little Chaos Concepts here that I'm going to be using for that. I'm going to do my corally color first. And then of course you want to make sure that you're curing in between each nail or every couple of nails, depending on how you want to do it. It is very movable before it's cured. So if you bump your finger, you can ruin that powder that you just put on if you don't cure it. But I think I might do like 2 nails at a time. I'm not sure yet. So like I said, it's my first time doing gel method. So let me get started with this. And another key thing here is you want to make sure you keep the gel nice and thin. You don't want to have a thick gel application. So I'm just going to try and get as much of this off of my brush as I can. And then I'll start with my thumb and just keeping it, you know, like I said, as thin as possible, not making it too thick down by the cuticle line. There we go. And we pour over. I heard this is good if you want to do minimal filing and buffing because it's supposed to cut down on filing and buffing time. So I'm excited to see that in action. And it also helps you clean up your cuticle line a lot easier too because, like I said, this won't harden, obviously, until you cure it. So, but actually this didn't really get too much on my cuticles, which is nice. At least not on the thumb. All right, so you don't want to dust it off until you cure it because obviously if you take the brush and you dust it off, the dip will come off and move around. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do here because I do have something, like I said, at the end that I'm going to be doing. So I think I'm going to do my ring finger and my pinky in this color as well. And then leave my other 2 fingers for Gummy Worm. So again, just keeping it nice and thin. And I'll do the first dips, you know, in real time, and then we'll speed this up a little bit. I thought this was such a cool idea to participate in Heather's birthday collab. I actually might do something myself for my birthday, which is at the end of April, and it's a milestone birthday. So if you follow me on Instagram, check out information on that upcoming. I'm probably gonna start posting that the end of this month, beginning of April. So I'll put together a little graphic and share it with, you know, what colors I want and things like that. Okay. Nice. I kind of like this method. I feel like it gives a good coverage of the dip when you pour it over. All right, so now that I've done these 3 nails, I'm gonna stick them in my UV lamp for 30 seconds, or actually 60 seconds to get a cure. Okay, so that is the first layer and doing the 60-second cure there. So I'm just gonna go in with my brush and brush off the excess that's on my fingers and around the nail. And that's another nice thing about the gel method, is that when you brush it off, you're not risking like moving that powder around if you haven't let the base dry enough, which I've done that many times. All right, again, so I'm just going in for the second. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go in for the second dip of this color. I'll speed that up a little bit here. Okay, so this is 2 dips, and then for after this last dip, I actually put it in the lamp for 90 seconds because I wanted to make sure it was cured all the way. So that is done. Now I'm going to clean out my little container here, and then we'll do Gummy Worm, which is the glow, like I said, from Hematite. So, and I'm really loving this method. I think it might be my new way of doing my nails because it's just so smooth compared to doing like the dip liquids. Now, of course, if you have a gel allergy, you wouldn't be able to do this method. But if you don't have a gel allergy and you have a dip base allergy or dip liquids allergy called dip flu, this might be the way to go for you. So keep that in mind. I'm not an expert. I'm only a DIYer, so I don't want to give you false information. I don't get dip flu. It doesn't affect me. But from what I know, it's when you have just like a sensitivity to the liquids, and the next day or during or immediately after doing your nails with the dip liquids, you can have like sneezing, respiratory issues, a cough, things like that. So it's kind of scary if you get it, I would imagine. And this gel method might be an easy way for you to be able to do your nails without getting any reaction. So again, just making this application as thin as possible. And this is in a little baggie, so I'm gonna try to pour it over from the bag. Let me just open it up a little bit better. Okay, and this is like an orangey that glows yellow, I believe, and then it has little flecks of like a coral color in it and some glitter. So it's really pretty. Okay. Now I'm going to do my middle. Same thing. That's even too much. So I just want to clean that brush off and use what is on here to just spread it around. All right. And if you don't have something like this, you can use just, you know, a cupcake liner. You've seen me use those in the past for other manis. I just like this particular Chaos Concepts catcher because it just brushes right out any powder that's in it. Glitter, solid, foils. I usually just take my brush and I just clean it out by just brushing it off, and it cleans no problem. All right, so that was one dip of gummy worm. I'm gonna put it into the lamp for 60 seconds. And when it comes out, you'll see it glowing, obviously. I'm gonna dust this off with my glitter brush since it does have a little bit of glitter in it. I don't wanna get my solid brush glitter filled. All right, so now again, I'm gonna do another dip of these. I just noticed it's glowing. It's just because it's so bright in here. I'm gonna do another dip of these and speed it up again for you guys. Okay, so that is after 90 seconds and 2 dips. So I'm just going to brush off again the excess here. I do want to note a couple of things. One is you do not have to do activator after dipping because there's no dip base to harden. So you can cut that step out from in between doing the dip base and dipping and then filing. Also, you don't want to use clear when you're using gel liquids because it can leave like a cloudy surface that you just can't get, you know, like clear again. So I would not use clear encapsulation while doing the gel liquid method. So what I'm going to do now is pour this back into the little baggie. Pray for me because it's a tiny bag and a big little container here, a big little container. You know what I mean. And then I'm going to file and buff, which should be very minimal because like I said, there are no bumps. The only thing I have to clean up is like the side walls a little bit and around the cuticle line. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to do something fun on the ring finger. Okay, I'm back. I have filed and buffed and it literally took me, if I had to guess, maybe 5 to 7 minutes to file and buff because there was barely anything that I had to do. The shape was great. Like I said, I just really had to clean up my cuticle lines and the side walls and then just buff a little bit to get a little bit of a dull surface for my next thing that I'm doing here, which is some stamping. So I got this last week. It's Maniology M051 is the plate. And it's a bunch of fun pineapples. So I thought that that would look really nice with this design. And I actually got yellow polish, stamping polish. This is Maui Gold B282. So I'll link all this down below. And I am an ambassador now for Maniology. So if you're looking to make a purchase, you can use my code, which is Lauren A10, to save 10% on your order. So I have my stamper here. It's not a Maniology stamper, it's just one that I got off of Amazon. But I find that this actually works better than the Maniology stampers. I'm not sure why. I do have my little scraper card. Don't mind the mess around it. I haven't cleaned it up, and I know I have to do that soon, but that's okay because it's all dried up anyway. I also have a little container here with some acetone in it to clean up anything I need to, as well as some Q-tips. I have some lint-free wipes for cleanup, and I think we're all set and ready to go. So I think I'm going to do one of these bigger designs here over my entire ring finger. So I really like either this one here, if you can see that with the reflection, or this one up here. So first, let me try this, because I think that that's really cool. All right, so I'm trying to get this single pineapple here now and get it to stick on. So just scrape that off, pick it up, clean it with tape, and stick it on. Got it. There we go, just a single pineapple, because that's all I was able to do. What I'm going to do now is use the same gel polishes to do my top coat, or base coat and then top coat. Like I said in the past, you want to make sure that if you're doing a dip, start that over again. If you're doing a gel top, you want to make sure you put gel base down, because otherwise it can start to peel. So you don't want that to happen. I'm going to do this, but I'll speed it up. I'm really loving these gels. The top gel is not like a non-sticky, so you don't have to worry about wiping it off after you've put it on, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm going to do the base gel and cure that for 30 seconds. I'll speed that up here for you. Okay, so here is the finished look. I'm going to put some cuticle oil on, and then I will shut the lights out so you can see what gummy worm looks like in the dark, because like I mentioned, it is a glow. So let me get my cuticle oil. I'm doing Hawaiian Time again by Triple D. This came in the same Diva box that this coral color did. And I just thought, because of the pineapples and everything, it would be a nice cuticle oil to use. So just a couple of things I want to show you and tell you. So I am also an ambassador for Hematite, and that is the gummy worm color. You can use my code Lauren15 on her website to save 15%. And Maniology is LaurenA10 to save 10% on their website. So you have those options if you'd like to purchase anything. I do want to show you the gels from Vivid, because I really didn't give like a close-up of the viscosity of them. So the base gel is really thin, which I like, because for the gel method, it's nice and thin, and it spreads nice on the nail, and it isn't too thick. And then the top gel is very thick, which is nice because it does create like a good protective layer. So if you can see here the difference, this is pretty thick. So all in all, I'm very happy with doing the gel method and with the liquids from Vivid Glam Co. So as always, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you'd like to be notified when I post new content, please hit that bell notification as well. I'll show you the glow in the upcoming photos here. Have a lovely day, and happy birthday, Heather.